What's up, everyone? Just gonna kind of go through just practice shoes, really. Just having to practice some horseshoes, so gonna make some roadsters. And this piece here I got, it's 10 1/4 inches, so just trying to make all sorts of different sizes and different lengths. So just take you along and let's build another roadster. This piece we got here is 10 1/4. So half of that is 5 1/8. And then we're gonna go about 1/2 inch. Just gonna go over 1/2 inch in offset. And then mark my outside. I usually do like 1 inch. That gives me a good guesstimate on how much I want to turn up from a heel caulk anyways. So achieving two things by marking the outside at 1 inch. Gonna localize our heat for a bump. Got to get a good amount bumped into this toe. You want to keep your steel straight while you're bumping it so you can actually upset it and get material in there. You're not really bumping any material in if it's bending. See what we got here. So that's 3/4 of an inch. We're at 9 1/2. So 9 1/2. So that's 4 3/4. And we're still at our offset. So now we got to turn the toe. This might be one of the hardest things about this shoe, is getting the right toe in it. So I'm just trying to do overlapping blows with the round side of my hammer. Get that toe nice and tight. Now I'm going to get rid of some of this mass. Flatten it out. Now set up, get it tight. Now we got to flatten out some of this mass and thickness that's right here. Start at the ground side, go to the foot side. Now we need to tighten this toe up some more. We've got a big old blob there, so center it out on top. Repeat for the outside. So when I'm trying to tighten this branch in, I'm hitting out in front of the horn. I'm not hitting directly on top of it to forge, so I'm actually hitting out there. Now I'm forging. So now we're ironed out, and now we're going to start by building our wedge. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start here on the horn with my hammer. I'm going to run this up, and then we'll come here, and we're going to build the wedge. Now we're nice and hot. We'll start here on the horn, so we can blend our transition in. Now we come to the face, running material up, and you're also trying to gain thickness. Now we'll hang off material for our wedge. Half face blow, meaning half the hammer is on the anvil, half of it's hanging off. Kind of come off the branch a little bit. Now we'll back up our material. Start the wedge. Start flattening some of it. You hit the sides, you're kind of drawing it out like a clip to gain height. And now that I'm pretty long this way, I'm going to come back over here and gather it up. Take off some of the edges. Take off some of the edges. Start your heel. Save a little bit of rasping. That's kind of where we're at now. Now we just need to finish up our section. So now my foot bearing, I just need a little bit there, so I'm going to hit it on this side so it comes with a hammer. So that's where we're at now. Now just hit it on the vise, rasp off these corners. We'll measure this. We're at 5.5 there. So then we need to get our outside. So I'm gonna rasp this up and then we'll do our outside and do our heel caulk. Make our heel caulk. Since this is a bit of a smaller shoe, we've got to run this up because it's 1 inch is going to be too chunky. So start here at the horn. Narrow it up some. This is where that center dot comes in handy, and I can hang over that, put in just a little mark, and we'll flip it up. Main thing is to start getting this caulk pulled to you and not let it fall away. Alright, little rascal. There we are on our first heat. Basically just got a block started. Alright, now we'll continue working on our caulk. Caulks are actually very, very difficult. And they're still hard for me to do. But, gotta do it. So I'm leaning it back so I can get it in line of travel. Get rid of some of this thickness. Now I'm moving my tong hand this way as I'm doing this to help move it in line of travel. Now let's measure this. So we're about 5 7/8. This side's at 5 5/8. So just a little bit more. And then we just got to finish this caulking up and then finish getting this section cleaned up. Six, 5 5/8. Now we got to turn our branches. I'm going to start by the outside since that one's already kind of hot. Alright, start by turning our outside branch. I'm just going to clean up my transition here. Come to the quarter, start to bend it. Now we'll start forging our branch. Come out to the quarter, go over the top, forge through it, stop at the heel check. There's our outside branch still. We're a little bit chunky, so I just need to run it up just a little bit more. Flatten. There you go, rascal. There, now we got our outside loosely turned, and then now we'll turn our inside. Now we can turn our medial branch here. Start a transition. So now that we're turned, now we're going to mark our fullering. So at this point, I'm pretty much disregarding that center dot. I'm going to T-square it up. Take a look at it. Now we're going to fuller it. I think I'm going to fuller my inside branch first because this one's going to grow, and I know I need to come out just a little bit longer on this outside here. And generally, as I've been practicing these, I've been coming up racked where this outside wants to drop down. My fullering wants to drop down. So actually, just need to overcompensate just a little bit and mark that outside up just a tickle. So let's get to fullering. So I'm going to start out pretty dang slow so I can get my fullering marked correctly. Now we can start bringing it a little bit more. Look here. Yeah. Rachel. Where am I going here? There's our inside fuller, now we'll fuller the outside. Put our nails in here. So seeing how I disregarded the center dot, you need to take calipers, go from toenail, scribe up, go to the other toenail, scribe up, and then that gives you a little X right there, and that's where we want to draw our clip from. So I'm going to put a center dot right where my X was. And then we're going to bob punch this clip. So I'm going to come in with my bob punch, it's pretty much something like that. I'm going to hang over the edge just a little bit, and then I'm going to come in here. I'm just going to start hitting it down. And it'll create a source or a bubble, and that'll give us our clip. Alright, let's do some clipping. Brush all this slag off here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in and seat out right behind it. Now we'll take our bob punch, gonna hang over the edge just a little bit. Get my bob punch here. Now that's just displacing material out. Gotta make sure you don't go all the way through and punch a hole in it. So now we'll come over the edge. We'll use the round side of the hammer, lock it in. And then you're just trying to push that material out, push it down. And that pretty much creates a source, just as if you were using a ball peen or cross peen or whatever. And then we'll just come over the edge of the anvil and we'll draw this clip out. So I'm coming in now, I'm using the flat side of my hammer, and I want to get the base established. So now I've got a pretty good base there started, and there's lots of thickness at the top. So now we'll just drop our hand some more and we'll keep pulling it this way. Now we got our clip pulled out. We'll just clean it up on the horn. So you're trying to blend this toe back in and kind of get rid of some of that material that the clip bob punch had distorted out. So just running toenail to toenail, basically just cleaning that section up. Now we'll go back and do the same thing on the other side. Give it a brush, flatten behind it, then we just take like a little set hammer here and we'll get in right behind our clip. Well, now it's time to really polish this turd. Put the brushing onto it. It's about time I buy me a new brush. Well, there we have it. One more practice shoe down for the pile. There's some good things about it. There's some not so good things about it, but progress is what we're after. And I like progress. It's still hot, so I'm not going to touch it with my hands, but that's basically what you got to try and do and accomplish when you're practicing, is just develop a system. So that way when it comes time for game day, whether you're doing certification or a contest, it's just repetitive steps, you know, get the shoes down so that way you can be efficient once the clock starts. These shoes, Roadsters here, they have like a tapered shoe to them, so the toe is thicker than the heels here. So I'm about 1/2 inch thick there at the toe, and it's down to almost 3/8 thick there down by the front of the caulk. So if you guys like this video, be sure to hit that like button, or if you like it even more, subscribe to the channel for more content coming out. And also, something that'd be pretty cool is if you share the video. Let's get some of those views up. Thanks for watching, everyone.